Pro tip, before you deliver the final VFX shots to the post house, did you remember to render out this key element that will take your work to the next level? More importantly, did you remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel? I've been working in visual effects for nearly 2 decades, and in that time I've learned that one of the most important collaborators to the VFX department is the colorist. As good as your work is as a VFX artist, a skilled colorist can take your shots from good to truly cinematic. But before you deliver your final shots to them, there's just one thing you may want to render out that will allow the colorist to have greater control over the levels of your shot, and that is the Luma Matte. The Luma Matte is an export of your shot that distinguishes the layers of your composition from the rest of the plate. And with it, your colorist can fine-tune the levels of these isolated areas. Now, in cases where you've just painted something out of a shot, like wires, reflections, or a coffee cup,
get bloody murdered. They stay that way.
A Luma Matte may not be necessary, but when you're integrating foreign elements, especially ones that were completely computer-generated, Luma Mattes can be a powerful tool for your colorist, which in turn will only make your work look better. So why a Luma Matte as opposed to putting your effects solely on an alpha channel and calling it a day? In some cases, sure, if that element doesn't rely on blending modes to be composited, that could work just fine. But if your effect relies on layers that are set with a screen, add, multiply, overlay, or really any blending mode that affects transparency and color, those individually exported layers may not come out looking as they were originally intended. Or you may find yourself either making copious notes on what layer should be set to what setting and having extensive back and forths with the colorist to make sure that the shot comes out looking just right. By delivering your fully composited VFX shots with, at most, a few additional Luma Mattes, your colorist won't be spending additional time rebuilding your shot before getting started on dialing in the color. And worst case scenario, let's say you perfectly dialed in your levels and your colorist doesn't need to use your Luma Mattes. Cool, but at least you provided them with some helpful tools that they might not otherwise have access to. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see a detailed tutorial on how to create these Luma Mattes, and I'll put those together sooner than later. But in the meantime, check out this video on my top 3 camera tracking markers. I think you'll find number 3 illuminating. Until next time, I've been Jake, and always remember to reframe what's possible.